Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're embarking on a really fascinating journey. We're looking at places on Earth that even now feel undiscovered or are just wrapped in mystery. Think spots protected by ancient cultures, or maybe by just sheer ice or even tiny rocks causing big political waves.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it? And these aren't like myths or legends we're talking about. They're actual islands. Some are uninhabited, sure, others restricted, some just incredibly remote. And yeah, a few do have these persistent stories around them. So our mission for you today, let's dive into 5 of the most compelling examples of these mystery islands.
Okay, let's start with a really unique one. North Sentinel Island. It's in the Bay of Bengal, part of India's Andaman Islands. And it's completely off limits, like totally. What's the story there? Why so strict?
Well, the reason is what's truly fascinating. It's home to the Sentinelese people, believed to be one of maybe the last uncontacted tribes on the planet. So the Indian government has this 5-kilometer exclusion zone. It's strictly enforced. And it's not just about protecting outsiders. It's really crucially about protecting the tribe, protecting them from diseases, common things to us that they'd have zero immunity to. It could wipe them out.
Wow. So it's a deliberate choice to just leave them be.
Exactly. It's this really powerful example of respecting their isolation, their sovereignty for their own survival.
That's, yeah, quite profound. Okay, moving from human mystery to the sheer power of nature. Let's head way south, South Atlantic. Bouvet Island. It's Norwegian territory and apparently the most remote island on Earth.
That's the one, most remote. And when they say remote, they mean it. It's uninhabited. And it's almost entirely covered by glaciers. Think 89% ice all year round.
89%. Goodness.
Yeah, it's just this incredibly stark, isolated place, basically untouched nature, which actually makes it valuable for science, studying climate, polar ecosystems with almost no human interference.
A natural lab, frozen in time. Okay, even further south now, to the southern Indian Ocean, Heard Island. This one's Australian. And its big feature is an active volcano, Big Ben.
That's right, Big Ben, an active volcano on an incredibly remote island. And just like Bouvet, Heard Island has no permanent residents. The climate is just brutal. Plus, it's so far from anywhere. Getting there, exploring, it's extremely difficult.
So the volcano just does its thing, largely unseen.
Pretty much. It offers volcanologists a rare peek at geology in the raw, without us getting in the way. Another case of nature keeping a place wild.
Okay, but not all these places are harsh and icy. Let's shift gears. Isla Henderson, South Pacific, UK territory. This one's different, the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sounds beautiful.
It really is. And its mystery is more about its pristine state, its unique life. It's celebrated for this untouched natural beauty and incredible biodiversity. Get this. It has 10 plant species and 4 bird species found nowhere else on Earth. Endemic just to Henderson.
Wow, so its isolation protected its uniqueness.
Exactly. It's like an ecological time capsule. Shows us how evolution works when left alone. A real argument for preserving some places completely.
Fascinating. Okay, for our last stop, something unexpected. It's barely even an island. Ruckle, North Atlantic, claimed by the UK. You said it's tiny, like really tiny.
Oh, incredibly tiny, just 25 meters across. It's more like a sea stack, this isolated granite pillar sticking out of the ocean. Landing on it is apparently a nightmare. The seas are usually extremely rough. Very few people have ever managed it.
So a tiny, hard-to-reach rock. Why is it even on our list?
Well, that's the twist. Despite its size, or maybe because of it, its ownership is disputed. The UK claims it, but Ireland, Iceland, Denmark, they all have interests.
Over a 25-meter rock.
It's not about the rock itself. It's about what claiming the rock gives you under international law. We're talking vast, exclusive economic zones stretching out from it, fishing rights, potential oil and gas. Suddenly, that tiny speck becomes strategically huge.
Right, the potential resources around it. That's quite a contrast.
It really is. A tiny rock. Big geopolitical implications.
It's just, well, it's amazing, isn't it, that in our world, with satellites and maps and everything, places like these still exist, holding on to their secret.
Absolutely. And what that means for you, listening, is that, real mystery is still out there. Genuine wonder hasn't vanished. Not everything is mapped, understood, or even reachable. It's a reminder maybe of the planet's wildness and the limits of our own reach.
So it makes you think, what other secrets are still hidden? Maybe in plain sight, maybe in corners we just can't get to, perhaps waiting to be found, or perhaps just meant to be left alone in their mystery. Something to ponder.